The Italian mafia's code of silence is known as omerta, and professional wrestling has their own, known as kayfabe. The way that it's been implemented and spilled over into the real world is absolutely fascinating. Simply put, kayfabe is the agreement that wrestlers have that they will never break the fourth wall, even outside the ring. People who hate each other in the ring should not be seen being friendly with each other outside. And this is what led to the debate for a very long time as to whether or not professional wrestling was faked. It was officially struck down when Vince McMahon testified before the New Jersey Congress that WWE events were not athletic competitions and therefore not subject to the controls that were placed on those. In order to maintain this illusion, we've seen some pretty interesting things happen. For example, there was a storyline in which Kevin Sullivan wanted his wife's character, who was played by his real-life wife, to leave him for the character of Chris Benoit. To maintain the illusion, Sullivan insisted that his wife and Benoit travel together on the road, and as a result, Nancy Sullivan actually did end up falling in love with Chris Benoit and leaving her husband for him. The characters of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon were married as part of the storyline in 2002, and the two actually started dating in real life. Their on-screen marriage ended in 2002, but the real couple was married in 2003. The priest who performed the real wedding did not watch professional wrestling and almost called off the wedding when he was informed by one of the choir boys that the man had been married before. Edge, Lita, and Matt Hardy had a feud when they started cheating on each other with each other. Matt Hardy ended up getting fired because of this, but because of fan backlash, he was rehired, and then the love triangle was written into the WWE's storyline. And of course, certain real-life events have to be written into the storyline, such as certain characters falling pregnant. I never really watched wrestling as a kid, but I was familiar with all of the promos. Professional wrestling TikTok has really taken off lately, and there are a lot of fascinating stories that I had no idea about. And honestly, I was familiar with this code of silence and didn't really know that it had been broken, with Triple H and Stone Cold and, having their own podcasts, and Ric Flair's documentary where they speak frankly about the business really surprised me. I think I pronounced kayfabe 3 different ways during this video. It should be pronounced kayfabe. Can we all agree that that's the coolest way to pronounce it? But anyway.
Kayfabe.
The most interesting one, I think, however, was the 1996 Madison Square Garden incident. The event wasn't televised, but fortunately some teenage delinquent sneaked in a camcorder. Characters Diesel and Razor Ramon had signed contracts with a new company, and this was going to be their last fight with the WWF. Even though in the ring they supposedly hated each other and were trying to kill each other, when the match ended they hugged each other and held each other's hands in the air, and the crowd just didn't know what to do. So first off, if you got to watch any of these firsthand, I'd like to know what it felt like, how these various events impacted you and your worldview. And additionally, I'd like to hear some of your favorite moments from professional wrestling. This entire subject is fascinating, and I just got here.